Hello, and welcome to part 1 of the RBSAB briefing video on hoarding. This forms part of the suite of videos on different aspects of self-neglect. All the videos are available on the safeguarding website www.rochdalesafeguarding.com. There's quite a lot of text on some slides, so pause the video if necessary. Hoarding is a complex condition. The hoarder develops a strong emotional attachment to objects they possess. The objects can be anything from material possessions, papers, pets, or sometimes human waste. Hoarders can be any age and from any socioeconomic group. Here are the top 10 considerations when working with someone who hoards. In these videos we'll be looking at each of these considerations in turn. Firstly, there's risk. This could be risk within the household and to neighbors. These could include fire safety, problems of pest infestation, environmental issues, as well as risk to the integral structure of the property. If unaddressed, these could lead to physical ill health and malnutrition, and possibly a threat to their accommodation, and ultimately homelessness. On the Safeguarding website you will find a variety of tools and resources to help you work with people who self-neglect or hoard. One of these is the clutter rating tool. This will help categorize the severity of the hoarding so that different agencies have a common understanding of the issue. If a person is hoarding, and is currently housed in supported accommodation or has housing support in place, their support worker should be involved in the multi-agency process. They may also be the most appropriate lead professional. If there's a risk of homelessness as a result of their hoarding, they need to be referred for supported accommodation. Here are some of the pieces of legislation which may come into effect in a hoarding situation. More details of what these are explained in the Practitioner Toolkit, which can be found on the Rochdale Safeguarding website. The second of our 10 considerations is crime. Is there any suspicion of a crime being committed? This might be antisocial behavior, hate or mate crime, modern slavery, home invasion, or financial abuse. Again, there is legislation in place to support you and the individual. Details of these and what they cover are explained in the Practitioner Toolkit, which can be found on the Rochdale Safeguarding website www.rochdalesafeguarding.com. The third of our considerations is public interest. Is it in the public interest to share information? For example, in respect of vermin or other infestation, fire risk, etc. that could affect others. Remember that confidentiality regulations such as the GDPR specify you should share information, and if necessary, without consent. The fourth consideration is coercion or control. Is the person being coerced or controlled by, for example, domestic abuse, modern slavery, or home invasion? These are the definitions of coercive behavior and controlling behavior. Take a moment to read through them. Pause the video if necessary. This is some of the legislation that covers coercive and controlling behavior. As before, more details are available in the Practitioner Toolkit, which can be found on the Rochdale Safeguarding website www.rochdalesafeguarding.com. That's the end of the first part of the hoarding presentation. Thanks for watching. You can now move on to the second part.